Hello, beautiful people. This is Abraham, and I'm recording this message for my Spiritual Abe YouTube channel. And today I wanted to come up here and tell you and let you know that you are not ugly. You are not an ugly human being. You should not, the word ugly should not even be a definition for yourself. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna give you some tips that you can do to become to unbecome an ugly person, or to not be considered an ugly person anymore. Because if you're here, I'm manifesting that this is going to find the right audience, the right people, the right collective that maybe needs to hear this. Because I get this sense that your self-esteem has been crushed since your whole life. Since you've been growing up, your self-esteem has been crushed, and you have been truly believing the narrative of you being an ugly person. And I'm here to tell you that that is a total lie, and that if you consider yourself you're an ugly person, if your brain literally made it true that whenever you look in the mirror you see features that you don't like, and maybe you consider and you believe that you are ugly, well, the first step for you to change that is changing that behavior. Because if you're considering that you are ugly in the first place, that is already making you ugly, if that makes any sense. And ugly, like the word ugly, is such a horrible term. I hate that. But that's reality. There's a lot of people that consider themselves ugly, and growing up they always thought that they were not pretty, you know? But you are a beautiful human being. And the first step for you to change the fact that you're ugly, or that you're even considering yourself ugly as an ugly person, you need to change that behavior. Because the fact that your brain is sending those thoughts, the fact that your brain is telling you that narrative and that you're believing it, that's already ugly behavior. We first need to change the ugly behavior and the ugly beliefs and the ugly thoughts in order for us to change our ugly appearance. Because I truly believe that God and the universe, they did not create humans just for them to be considered ugly. Like, if you look at the universe, everything that the universe created, it's from the same source and the same energy. Therefore, everything is beautiful. When you look at the sky, when you look at nature, animals, everything is beautiful in their own way. It's all distinctive, but yet all of it is beautiful. And the same thing with humans. Society has built up the standard beauty. Society has built up this definition for a beautiful person. Whoever didn't fit that standard, then you would be considered ugly. And that is not true. That is something that is made up. So I don't know why I'm so low. But for those believing that you are ugly, you can change that. And the first step for you to change your physical appearance, because I'm gonna get real honest right now, when you grow up and you believe that you're an ugly person, you become an ugly person, if that makes any sense. Because your thoughts, your train of thoughts, and your beliefs, your core beliefs, they shape who you are. They shape your reality, and they shape everything around you. Well, they also shape your physical appearance. So if your whole life you have been told, or you have believed, that you are an ugly person, a physically ugly person, then your brain is going to make that true. So I'm here to let you know that it's possible for you to change that appearance. It's possible for you to change that. And you need to start by changing your train of thoughts, if that makes any sense. And it's not something that is going to happen out of nowhere. It's not something that is going to happen from one day to another. It's actually a practice that you can take, that it takes a little while for your physical, just like any manifestation. When you're manifesting the reality that you want to manifest, there's like a delay, because earth is a dense energy. There's like a delay. right? The same thing with your body. When you're trying to change your body, your physical appearance, and you're trying to manifest that as a reality, there is going to be a delay. So it's kind of like, it's going to take a while for you to do this. But changing your thought, stop believing that you're ugly, first and foremost, regardless of what you see, regardless of the way that your body looks, regardless of the way that your facial structure is. You need to start changing that core belief. Once you start changing that core belief and you start telling your brain, I am beautiful, I am a beautiful human being, I am beautiful within, I'm beautiful. Just start telling yourself you're beautiful. Start changing the narrative. And honestly, I see a lot of people that they say, say I am beautiful, 1,000 times, looking at yourself in the mirror. Or I am beautiful, write it 1,000 times so it can become true. None of that works if you don't believe it. None of that works if your brain doesn't believe it. Because you can stand in the mirror and say, I am beautiful, 1,000 times. But just the practice of it, just your action, just saying it is not going to change anything. Your brain needs to believe it. So if you're going to decide to tell yourself you're beautiful every single morning, then you actually have to put the intention into believing it and recognizing that the pattern that you're having with your thoughts of telling you that you're ugly, you need to catch that. Every time your brain tells you I am ugly, catch it and be like, no, I am beautiful. I am beautiful within. Start with that. I am beautiful within. And start believing, because when you say you are beautiful within, there's nothing that your brain can do about that to kind of like prove itself right, if that makes any sense. Because you are beautiful within. You have a beautiful heart. You have a beautiful soul. God created you. You're beautiful. So when you tell yourself I am beautiful within, your brain has nothing to say against that. And it's easier for you to start believing it. So every time you think negative thoughts when it comes to your physical appearance, catch it and stop it. Don't believe it. Question it. Why am I thinking this? What's the purpose of me thinking this? Like, is this going to help me? Is this helping my self-esteem, like, at all? Or is this affecting me? Don't just go at it and believe it. Because when you believe it, it's what becomes true. So stop that thought. The first thing in the morning when you wake up and you think, oh, I look so ugly, stop that thought and be like, I just woke up, I am beautiful within. Give me a second, brain. And whenever you're walking and you pass through a crowd of people and your brain starts telling you, oh, they all think you're ugly, stop that and be like, who gives a shit what they believe in? I am beautiful within. And little by little, by you catching that thought, that negative thought that your brain is sending you, you are going to be training your brain and sending positive signals. You're going to be training your brain to stop that old narrative. And it's going to be a little pulling back. It's going to be a fight. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be because you are literally unlearning something that you have learned, that you believed throughout your entire life. You are unlearning that, and that is going to take a while. So while you're trying to train your brain and change the old narrative into the new narrative, you need to be compassionate with yourself. Have a little compassion with yourself, because you have been telling yourself your whole entire life that you are an ugly human being. That is not so compassionate. That is not you thinking highly of yourself, and not not loving yourself. So have some compassion when it comes to the time that it's going to take you, or the battle that you're going to be fighting, because it's not easy. But if you decide to watch this video, and if you decide to be on this path, if you're tired of being considered ugly, if you're tired of having low self-esteem, if you're tired of people around you thinking that you're ugly, or you thinking that you don't deserve love, or thinking that you don't deserve more because of your physical appearance and the core belief, then you are on the right path. And this is only the start. It's only the start. But let me tell you that whenever you choose to change that narrative, then everything else is going to start unwrapping. Everything else is going to start making sense. And you're going to change everything else. Like, this is only one section of your brain, one belief that your brain told you. There are many, many other beliefs that your brain told you that you believed, that it's going to come along. The time is going to come for you to change that. But right now we're talking about the ugly, I am ugly belief. So we're changing that belief, and we're turning it into the I am beautiful belief. And I just want you to do it, and I just want you to take the time. I want you to know that it's possible for you to change your physical appearance. I am a living testimony of that. And there's like a secret that nobody knows in my entire, like, no, like, this is a secret that only my family knows, right? And I'll share it whenever I feel ready to share it, because I mean, it's not that deep, but I used to suck my thumb. It's kind of like embarrassing, but I used to suck my thumb for a long time of my life, for a huge period of my life. Since I was growing up, as a little kid, I used to suck my thumb, and it created a weird facial structure. It created my jaw to be pulled back, and it created my front teeth to move forward. So, and it also created like a huge deepening within my, how do you say, palate? I don't know how to say it, but like the thing that's above your freaking teeth. It created a deepening because of my thumb. It created a deepening, and it created my jaw to move backwards, and it created my teeth to move forward. So it just created like a lot of consequences of that action of me as a little kid sucking my thumb. It just didn't let my jaw and my facial structure to develop properly. Therefore, whenever I was growing up and I saw that there was something off with my facial structure, I didn't really know what it was. I just considered, I didn't know where it was coming from. I didn't know why I looked the way I looked. I just thought that it was me, and I just thought that I was ugly. I just consider myself to be such an ugly person, or compare myself to other people and be like, why do they look like that? Why are they built like that? Why is my face not built like that? Or why is my face like just weird looking, right? Because my facial structure wasn't developed properly because of this, right? Because of what I was doing to my jaw and to my teeth in general, to my mouth. And that created like this very low self-esteem within me, and that created that core belief, thinking that I was an ugly person because of my facial structure. But where I'm going with all of this, and I'm sharing that very personal information, literally nobody in my life knows about that other than 5 people in my family. And it's like, yeah, it's a very vulnerable detail and funny thing to say, but anyway, I'm past that obviously. So it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna freaking say it, because for you to understand that it's possible for you to change everything about your body. Our bodies, they mold to what we do, the actions that we take, and the beliefs that we have. We shape our bodies, and our brains, our bodies, they never stop developing. We are human beings. We are developing on a constant basis. When they tell you, oh, you're gonna grow and you're gonna get this tall, and then at this age it's gonna stop, and blah blah blah, there are many things that your body never stops developing, and is constantly developing and adapting to change and adapting to the environment, right? And we can see that we get old. Like, we get old just by that. Your body, that is a fact, that your body's always developing, because we're always getting old. So I mean, like, physically we're aging, that's what I mean. But anyway, I just wanted to share that funny fact about me, because when I started doing some research and actually changing my core belief and be like, I first started with my core belief: I am not ugly, I am beautiful within. I am not ugly, I am beautiful within. And I started destroying that old narrative and turned it into this new narrative that I am beautiful, I'm a beautiful human being. And with that, it became, there were many other battles that came my way. For example, like me being insecure, me not hiding myself. I used to be a person that always, whenever I laughed or smiled, I used to cover my whole mouth area. And regardless of, yeah, like, I used to cover my whole mouth area. I was a very insecure person, and I changed my whole core belief and the way that I think about myself by just changing that thought and stopping that thought and stopped believing that thought, and then believing the fact that I am beautiful. And now I think highly of myself. Now I'm a person that I consider myself beautiful, regardless of our defaults, because everybody has defaults. Nobody is perfect, but I am beautiful. I'm a beautiful human being. And on top of changing my thought, I also took action, because everything we do needs to be accompanied, needs to be there's an action that you need to take also. So I started like doing a bunch of massages. I got into a lot of research, and that will be the next step that you would do. I can make another video about that, but right now, what I just wanted you to know is for you to believe that it's possible for you to change anything about your body. Like, for example, what I'm saying, if you got big ears, it's not like something, it's you're not going to change your big ears. You're going to fall in love with those big ears because they make you you. But what I'm trying to say is, like, there are things in your body that, especially your bone structure can definitely change with time and with practice. You can definitely do exercise, you can definitely do stretching exercises, you can do massages that is going to build your body and make everything that, and it's going to make everything in your body sit where it needs to sit. So it's possible to change your physical appearance, but first you need to stop believing that you're ugly, and first you need to stop your brain from keep on sending you those thoughts that make you consider and put you in that category of an ugly person. Because I don't consider that anybody is meant to be ugly. I don't consider that human beings come to earth just to be considered ugly looking. No. Our experiences, our thoughts, and our values, they make us who we are. And therefore, our reality and our physical appearance in this case molds into that. So whenever I consider that there are ugly people within, like, there is ugly people that are considered ugly because of their core beliefs. There are ugly people out there because their inside is ugly, because their inside is full of negativity and bad intention and jealousy and envious and all of that negative stuff that we are not. Because if you found this video, it's because you are a beautiful human being, and we don't act like that because that is ugly behavior. Identify what ugly behavior is. That's ugly behavior. Therefore, they become ugly human beings, because the outside is a clear reflection. It's a clear reflection of the inside. So if you consider 1922, if you consider yourself an ugly person, then that just means that there's a lot of things that you need to change within. And that's starting that we're starting with that limiting belief and that core belief that told you that you were ugly. So that is one of the first things, but there could be many other things within yourself that make you have that ugly behavior and that ugly narrative. And it takes some time. It takes some time to heal from all of that and to break that all narrative. Literally, like, rip it apart, dispose it, get rid of it, get rid of that old behavior, like that ugly behavior and that old narrative, and start tapping into the new you. Who do you want to be? Because that person that you see in your head, your future self, that you were, that person that you dream of being, you are seeing it for a reason, because it's possible, because the universe is sending you that image because it's a possibility for you. Therefore, you can make it happen, and you can change who you are today, what defines you today, and the narrative and your beliefs, even your values. You can change and become a beautiful person, a beautiful human being within first. Within, because no matter how many times you go to the gym, no matter how many surgeries you get in your physical appearance, if you don't change your inner self and you are still ugly within, then that will show regardless. People are still going to think you're ugly. People are still going to be considering you an ugly person, and you are still not going to be attracting everything that you need to be attracting, which is the good, because you haven't changed within. So that's the first step. Change within. Change your core beliefs and start thinking highly of yourself. Dispose of that ugly behavior. Dispose of it. I don't want you to be saying, I am an ugly person no longer. I don't want you to let your brain prove to itself that you are an ugly person, because you are not. Stop your brain from that. Stop it. Get a rip. Tell your brain to, I didn't want to curse, but yeah, I don't want you to be thinking that way about yourself. I want you to step into your energy, step into your divine feminine, divine masculine energy, and think highly of yourself. Don't be that insecure person anymore. And you're going to achieve all of that when you change that thought, when you change that core belief, and when you stop believing that you're an ugly person. Start thinking highly of yourself. I'm a beautiful human being. Look at you and tell you beautiful things. You are beautiful. You are unique. There is nobody else out there that looks like you. And when you finally heal within, and when you finally change that belief within, and you tap into the beauty that you are, you're going to start radiating beauty. Your physical body and your reality is going to have no other choice but to radiate the frequency that you operate in. So once you change this inner self, you're going to, literally the image that I see is like a bunch of like energetic, I don't know how to explain it, but just energy bursting out of you, bursting from your heart, from your inner self, and then woo, attracting. You're going to attract your soulmates. You're going to attract the love of your life. You're going to attract all the abundance, your dream life, your dream job, your passions, what you want to do. Everything is going to come your way. But first, you need to heal within. And that takes a long time. Well, not a long time, but it's going to take a while. It's different from everybody. But I know that for me, it took a while. And here I am, thinking highly of myself, attracting everything that I need to attract. And even if sometimes my brain wants to trick me, and even if sometimes my brain wants to prove itself that I don't see it in my reality, I know it inside that I'm attracting everybody that I need to be attracting, and everything that I need to be attracting. All the abundance, all the blessings, all the beautiful things, my soulmate, they're all coming my way. Because what? Because I think highly of myself, and I carry myself with the elegance and classiness that I know I am. I am an elegant person. I am a classy person. I think highly of myself. I don't play around with the ugly behavior. I don't mess around with people that disrespect my energy. My energy, if you want to be in my energy, whatever I attract in my energy, is going to show respect for who I am. Just like I will show respect for who they are. And just like I'm showing respect for who I am, because first I decided to tell myself that I'm a beautiful person. And I decided to tell myself to think highly of myself and to respect my own energy. Not spend it on ugly behavior. I don't spend my energy on ugly behavior. We don't do that here. Here it's just beautiful human beings. Here it's beautiful people, beautiful behavior, attracting all of their dreams, attracting all of the abundance and beautiful things in their life. That's it. That's it. Start tapping into your beautiful energy. Stop with that freaking ugly shit. Like, I'm sorry, what? My brain is what? You think? No. I'm not ugly. I'm a beautiful human being. And then everything is gonna change. So yeah, I just wanted to start like that because I just feel like there's people out there that they truly believe they're ugly. And it's like, sweetie, you're not meant to be ugly. Why do you believe that in the first place? Well, I know why, but why do you keep on believing that? We're human beings. We're beautiful within and out. And on top of that, we're adults. So we're not little kids anymore. Stop telling yourself that narrative of, oh, I am ugly. Sweetie, you are beautiful. But if you want to tell yourself you're ugly, then, I mean, that's what it's going to become true. Because you're telling yourself that. You are making a reality by letting your brain tell you that. And by letting yourself believe it. So, change that ugly shit. Change that ugly behavior. And start becoming who you're meant to become. You're meant to become, you are a beautiful person. You are a beautiful human being. You are a beautiful and powerful feminine woman, energy, all of that. And you are a beautiful man. You are a beautiful boy. You are beautiful within. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing your beauty to other beauty. Because regardless, everybody's beautiful, but everybody has different beauty. So stop believing society. I don't know. Yeah. This video is becoming too long, but I'm manifesting and I'm putting the intention that this is going to find the right audience, the right people, the right collective. My mission here is to help everybody that I can't wake up. Everybody that I'm capable of doing so, wake up and start tapping into this energy, because I come from the bottom. I come from that insecurity. I come from all of that stuff. I didn't grow up with parents that told me all of this. I grew up with parents that they were never told that. And it was passed down to me. So I'm here to help as many people as I can, because I know how lonely it can be to be out there alone and not understand or not being able to escape from that limiting belief and that ugly behavior. So just you got it. Yeah, just wanted to say that. I think I need to shut up. But you got it, sweetie. You got it. I'm just gonna start making videos about this because I don't know. We got it. Wake up. Wake up. Stop believing your thoughts when they're negative. We only believe the beautiful thoughts. We don't believe the ugly ones. So I believe in you. Let me know in the comments and follow me, because I do want to see your journey. I do want to see how everything is working out for you. I do want to see how everything is going to change for you. I know that you're more than capable, because I am capable and you are capable, and we're both humans. So we can do it. We have the power to do it. We're all powerful. But do follow me and let me know in the comments. Save this video and then come back to this video months after, maybe a year after, to let me know, wow, I'm a beautiful human being. I'm a completely different person now, because I decided to stop that train of thought that was an ugly behavior that just post it. Anyway, goodbye.